All right, we back at it. Voice of the Degens. Your host with the most in the building, RickeyTru. We got a whole team up in here tonight. It's looking real lovely. We got a new we got a new cast member up on here. We got Queen of DJ. I'm looking to see what that's all about. We got Timmy in the building. That's very bullish. We got Secret Agent Q in here. That's very bullish. And you know LFG. I guess he 27X. Then that's all you need to know. At zero market cap. We in here tonight. Voice of the Degens. Let's talk about the topics real quick. Get into a song break. I'm very amped. Getting so close to the end of the season. It's kind of like, man, this is the second win right here, man. I can't wait for it. We got some bullish ass topics today. We got the analysis on the workforce in Web3. So we're looking at every job. We're looking at what people are doing, what people are looking for, and we're going to just divulge into that real deep. What is shilling? That's topic 2. What is shilling and how does it work? We look at the practice of shilling and how to avoid it. Get that? See the joke in that? I wish this was Twitter space sometimes. We'd be able to have somebody hit me with the emoji. But it's all good. We live in Telegram, rent free in everybody's head. The importance of mentorship in career development. That's topic 3. We got finding respect and acceptance in Web3 and how to do it. And we're going to talk about how to overcome creative block. So many copycats in the world. Sometimes we just need a reset and copy some thoughts from some other friends to get over that creative block. We got it going on, man. We got Spring is Dead in the building. We got Yoshi in the building. We got Croaky in the building. And Stay in Control. Hopefully we have a great ass cast today. Everybody kicks in some great info, some dope shit for us all to think about. But in the meantime, in between times, as I always do, we're going to take a song break, get juiced up, ready to go. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Mother's Day and Father's Day fell on Sundays this year, I think, because we had that Mother's Day episode. It's crazy. Sunday holiday this year. We got to look into that. But once again, Voice of the Degens, your host, RickeyTru. We'll be back in a minute.
I had to bounce back. I had to bounce back, yeah. I had to bounce back. I had to bounce back, yeah. I had to bounce back. I had to bounce back, yeah. I had to bounce back. I had to bounce back, yeah. I cannot miss this bull run. Being broke, that shit ain't no fun. I gotta get me some more Bitcoin. Gotta stay, gotta farm. I've been wrecking these G's for so long. I think I'm starting to become one. And I got a sniper, but that ain't no gun. I sketch a CL, son, they say it run. I've been fucking with alts, but I don't use leverage. Too many charts, look at hella mirrors. So many rugs that I just stopped caring. I be in VC, fun like a Karen. Soon as the album drop, cop on my clearing. They didn't help when I was down bad. So when I bounce back, you know I ain't sharing. Keep it a buck, keep it clear.
We'll get on topic 1. We're going to analyze the workforce in Web3. What are the top jobs you guys see in our space? Also, what jobs are projects really looking for? What is the standard? What is thinking outside the box? What is actually working versus not actually working? Could be the billboards in Times Square. I mean, we can talk about anything, any of the type of, jobs that are out there, and if they're any good or not. Unbeknownst to everyone here, I'm sure I do the crypto theme songs. It's a beautiful job for me. It's something I love to do. I get to do what I love to do. I get paid for it, and it gives me a challenge because it's really not as easy as you think to really make sense of Web3, yet simple enough for a normie to say, I want to learn. So I'm a teacher at the end of the day. I make decent gains off of it. I deal with it. I deal with what I get. But there's people who shill. There's people who promote. There's market makers. There's DApp creators. There's website creators. There's all these different kind of entities right into what we do. For me, I felt like mine was very unique, though there's a wave because I don't know how to shut my mouth. So all the competition, I welcome them because I feel like if we make it a space, I'm a diabolical motherfucker. I think 20 years into the future and thinking of how we actually want to be perceived in the space. I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on it. I got a lot of good guys in here. Timmy, did you put your hand down? Thank you, Timmy. Talk to me, Timmy. Just give some insight into it, man. The floor is yours, brother.
Well, as far as work in the Web3 space, are we talking about like along the lines of what work is making the most money right now? What exactly, what's the exact question? Like we could go on and on and on all day long about what job positions there are in Web3, but are we trying to break it down to like who's making money in Web3 right now with the job positions they're holding?
Who's the shakers, who's the movers, who's the shakers, who's the movers, who are people looking for what, not people, but jobs. And what are people looking for? What are people doing? What's not working? What is working? I welcome the whole thought process and you're a dev. So yeah. I know that you deal with people who want you to deploy contracts for them because they don't have the sense to, or they haven't learned the technique yet. Just speak on it, brother. Open all the way up on it.
All right. Well, personally as a dev, I can tell you that people who are making the most money are the Telegram influencers who are willing to take the time to build a community. I'm not too hip on to who's making money right now, but I know we just had Caesar, Matthias, Luffy, Gooby, Anime, all those guys who have spent the last years building their Telegram channels, Twitter channels, and earning people to them. Those guys, from people paying them to call project or calling project, but just because they have the backing.
Timmy, give me that spiel one more time. You faded out.
Oh, I said you have those guys, those bigger callers who spend all that time building their channels and earning the respect and everything from communities, that can either get paid to call, and Caesar's wallet. So I see Caesar get airdropped wallets all the time and then watch him call a project and then dump on his community. I saw him get that week 1.5 and then turn around and watch them dump 7 ETH on it. So you have those guys. I personally, as a dev, especially since I moved to Ethereum, have never paid a caller personally. I never will pay a caller personally. I'm more into the callers who are willing to work for their own bags. That's how I every one of my projects. I spend more money on my web developer, my artist, and sometimes the shillers. It depends. If it is a good team and they can get trending on Twitter or something like that, I'll absolutely pay shillers.
I don't know if you faded out, Timmy. I think it might have faded out.
You're good, man.
But
I'm out at my dad's in the woods right now, so.
nah, do your thing, do your thing. Yoshi's in here. Yoshi, you wanted to throw something at it. Talk to us, brother.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So I got a little insight into what's really making the money, and Timmy's correct. It's really these marketers, these influencers. Man, we get paid hand over fist, and I also pay a group of guys to do shilling. I pay them about $300 a week, and they come from Nigeria, and they're eating really good off of that $300 a week. So, really, if you're putting in the work to bring value into another person's project, you're going to get paid well. So, it's these guys who are going out there and really working for other people's bags or their bag. They're going to get paid well.
What do you think sets certain people apart from others other than reputation? Because we've seen guys come in this space and they'll be hot shit for a year, and then things all the way switch up and just end up falling by the wayside, a lot of them. And then you got guys who got to build back up. I watched a guy, I won't say his name, but I watched a guy take a 2-month vacation and came back and lost his community. And I'm not talking dev, I'm talking call channel. So like the wave switched up so fast, and then the guys that he was watching that were small potatoes, in that 2 months, they ran it up even more. So I asked you, like, what sets in your mind? And to me, it's really just working hard, letting community see you, visualization, out of sight, out of mind, so stay in their face. Those are the type of things that set it apart for me, where I think people actually win in the space. But maybe you have different perspective, or the cap, top of that.
Yeah, man, you got to keep making people money. Like for me, that's why I'm always focused on X's, because I'm always focused on, hey, I got to keep consistently helping people or they're not going to listen to me anymore. So it's really like a feedback loop. Like I got to keep helping people. I got to keep helping people. And in turn, I get helped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really the people who are out there and who are actually putting in the work to make others more value and, bring value to others. They're going to continuously get rewarded. So you just got to keep helping people, to be honest.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's all about building those insider groups. Like I build my community, but then I have my core team. Of course, when I deploy, my core team gets the CA, and then everybody also in my community gets my CA before the word actually gets out that, hey, this is safe. At the very least, it's safe. But I mean, I like to stay anonymous these days, because at the end of the day, you could send a token to $10 million, but you're still a scammer at the end of the day, for everybody who bought top. So
yeah, no, I completely get that. It's just like every token has its time where somebody's going to buy the top. And it's like, you don't really want to always get blamed for that, but you also want to take the credit for it going like crazy. So it's hard to balance.
Yeah, it's a win-lose for sure.
In the mix of things, though, I want to go to where you were talking about the shillers you hire. Was that you, Yoshi, who said 300 a week?
Yeah. So
I'd like to. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I do want to get your intake just so the world can hear the theory in some of this. Would you mind me asking, where are your shillers from, or do you know?
Yeah, so they're from Nigeria, and I looked up.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, like $60 a month they make. So I was wondering, I'm like, why are they so happy when I pay them $300 a week? I'm like, that's not really like a huge thing. But I looked up their salary and I'm like, holy shit, like they're eating, based off what I'm paying them. So I really felt good about myself after that, you know.
I was the same way when I first got into a position to learn how to dev and learn how to be a caller and learn how to be a community manager. I felt the same way when it came to Nigerians. Um, I'm not sure if it's Lebanon. I want to say that they got bombed, um, fucked up their whole economy, and those people that I'm able to send money into and fund them, and they're willing to do the work because they're making 4 to 5 times what they're making, and your weekly is about what I was doing bi-weekly. So it was about $150 a month to do the work, and they work their ass off. And you have to find the good guys. There's some guys who, they thrive on the other side of that. But once you find a good core group of people who shill, like, they'll go to work for you for real. We'll be talking about that more in topic 2. I wanted to weigh in and see if Spring is Dead had anything for me, because I happen to know that me and her frequent a few different groups that it's like a call channel. You got AMAs, you have different things going on. They have Crypto Queen over there that I met. She hosts all the AMAs, and the AMAs usually are pretty fucking bullish. I mean, some shit goes bad, some shit, but for the most part, I see them having healthy efforts. We were talking about Zeppelin the other day in the whale chat, and Zeppelin was like a top caller in the space, according to Young Millionaires, the TG, shameless promotion. Tell Beast Mode that happened. But I see how the space moves. If someone was trying to be a caller, Yoshi, what advice would you give them? Saying, hey man, Yoshi's done enough in the space that he's made this and he's able to do this, that, and the third. Well, I just want to start doing what Yoshi does. How do you give them some game without giving them your game?
Oh yeah, man. Like, if you want to get into this, right, like, you have to really provide value at first, because at first you're not going to have those insider connections. You're not going to have those things. So you're going to want to just show people that you have good insights. So you're going to want to just make good calls. And then eventually you get invited to more insider groups. And those insider groups turn into your people. And then that turns into so much more. So you start to really build out a network as you start to, you start to make great calls. So I'd say really just focus on becoming a good investor. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
I can dig it. That's righteous. Now I'll go back to Timmy, and I'll say, from a dev's perspective, if someone said, you know what, I want to learn code, I already do code over here for websites and whatnot, but I hate my job. I'd rather work for myself. I don't like micromanagement. How do I become the guy that can work for 4 to 8 weeks trying to push something, and win, lose, or draw, I'll be able to still live in this space, which is the topic 4, finding respect and acceptance in Web3 today, but we'll get there. But Timmy, how could you give them some game without giving them your game?
Honestly, like, if we're talking about people just starting in this space, it really comes down to luck. It comes down to a casino, like Yoshi was saying. It comes down to building those initial connections and your insiders, and figuring out what's safe, what's not safe, knowing who's good, knowing who's not good in this space. And then really, when it comes to pushing a project, it's just about the backbone and the initiative of, no matter what's going on with your chart, no matter what's going on with your community, whatever your end game goal was, you finish that goal.
Righteous.
So, like, give you a little bit of perspective with my last token, which was Palm 2.0. It was Proof of Dreams. It was a baby token for ETH 2.0, Proof of Meme. I took that to close to 800K. And then the FUD came out on Proof of Memes. But the end game on that was to create a locker, which was cheap, and when the community staked on it, they got a piece of everybody who was locking on it, because we were supposed to migrate over to the other chain, and I was going to be their locker, whatever. Anyways, so even though we had pretty much been fudded out, my utility dev was still like a couple of days on finishing the locker. Even though we knew the token was dead at that point, it didn't matter. We still finished our locker and did everything we were supposed to do, everything we had promised the community. That's
Promises
another
go a long
thing.
way.
Yeah. I finished out my end of the bargain as the dev on that project, and it didn't, with Papa Woody and Epi and all them coming out saying, oh, the dev's a rugger and everything else. When you're a baby token following a parent token, it doesn't matter how good. You could be Dev God himself. If you are a baby token following a parent token and the parent token falls, the baby is dead. That's as simple as it is.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Hey, yo, I want to go get Secret Agent Q if he's available. He's working while he's on the podcast with us, man. To think as fast as he does and get up on things the way he does while he's doing a hell of a job. It's something, I'm not going to tell you what he does, but I know what he does. And he's a fucking daredevil. And I'd like to see if he's available. You available, Secret Agent Q? No. There he goes. I'd like to get your last words on the topic, just an analysis on the workforce in Web3 and what you got to say, sir.
Hey, it's pretty fucking cold here, man. I'm still in wake-up mode, so I'm not as fast at the moment as you think I am.
You always give us the greatest game.
But all right. Let me try. Final words. Let me come from perspective of project manager, not as someone who has a coding background or otherwise like straight out skills needed for Web3. If I was to say to somebody who's entering this space tomorrow, any idea on what they could do to try and break into this space, I would probably air most of exactly what Timmy and that have already spoken about regarding like following through on promises and just like basically sticking to it while also trying to find the insiders. But if I wanted to try and break into the space, I would probably go and look for existing projects that need some development support. And I would consider doing deals with them to try and give them some utility in the space and provide them some value up front, with the idea that if you're helping an existing team that has shown that they're willing to stick around in the space and fulfill their promises, first of all. The contacts building that you get alongside like showing off your initial skill set to the Web3 world should open doors for you into newer projects and into these insider groups that we all love to hang about in. In terms of what,
could you give us a name of any one insider spot you hang out? I hate that term.
Hey?
YouTube
Sorry, what was
everything we say. Fucking assholes.
If I was to say what's needed in the space, we're always in need of web development. That's a universal skill. We'll always need graphics guys, good graphics guys, not just for web UX UI, but for utility deliveries. So gaming graphics, basically a lot of web skills in Web 2 will translate straight to Web 3. It's just a matter of finding the right teams to offer that support with.
I'll throw my last words on that. Thank you, Secret Agent Q. I'll throw my last words on that. Like he said, it's really finding your bridge over into Web 3. There's work for you there. It's almost Windows 3.1 to Windows Millennium. If you can jump and learn your C++s and everything how it works over here, this is Saturn. I used to tell my friends when I was eating in the space really good, I'm like, bro, what I'm doing is like I'm on Jupiter. Y'all don't even understand. A penny is worth $3 to me. Like I'm working with these beans. A penny is an ETH. I'm trying to get $10. You understand? It takes a certain amount of learning. But have you ever worked a new job? Have they tried to explain something to you and you had to deal with it? Then that's the gimmick right there. Like, learn it, get to know it. And I don't want to burn you out. I got 2 minutes left. I want to let Queen of Degens in. Talk to us. Give us your last word.
Hey, how's it going? Nice listening to you tonight. Nice being here. I just got someone pinged me. I said, "Come over here."
Most doubt.
So I'm up. So I did, and it's interesting what you're saying. What's your name? Voice of. I'm Jess, by the way. My handle is Queen of Degens. There's a reason for that. I own this crown very, very squarely. What's your name, my lovely? Who am I talking to?
I am RickeyTru.ETH.
Nice to meet you, Ricky.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. And all you guys that spoke, I've been listening. It's been really interesting. Whilst I've been doing a shitload of fucking Web3 acrobatics here, trying to pay out an AMA giveaway that we did last night, crossing from BSC over to Ethereum and fighting like crazy with ETH Troll and fucking Uniswap. I'm not a fan of VRC20. I realised today that I haven't been over there since 2021.
Yeah, it gets scary over there. You get stuck. The gas is a hostage.
Yeah, sometimes.
Bro, come on.
Hey, the best time to buy is when gas is high, because only real Chads ape during that
because
time.
nobody's selling.
Yep.
Yeah, listen. I'm not here. Like, I mean, Ethereum's the granddaddy, isn't it? I ain't here to slag no one down, nothing like that. But I found it really interesting what you were saying. So a little bit about my background. I'm not going to take up too much time, but I've been in since before the last halvening, so I'm relatively new in the industry, and I made a lot of money. And I lost a lot of money. And that's a whole nother story. I can go into that, but we ain't got time for it. But I know my story ain't much different to a lot of people in this space. So the thing is, I'm seasoned now, and I know what's coming. And, you know, I have the experience. I've run a couple of projects and stuff like that. Stuff's gone on and all the rest of it. But it got a bit much. So I took about the best part of 12 months off. And then a couple of months ago, I woke up and I'm like, come on, Jess. It's only 12 months and we're into the next halvening. And we all know what's going to happen. Those of us that have been here before know it's not if. It's when that supply shock hits the network. And it's not, I hear people debating about, whether we're going to get to 100k Bitcoin this cycle. It's like, look at Plan B's chart. It's there. It's written in the code. It's mathematical. You can set your watch by it. Of course we are. Of course we're going to see that. In fact, for me, that's absolute FUD at this point. Look at what's gone on. Look at what Gary's been trying to do to us, and the SEC and all that bullshit. And Bitcoin's just continued going sideways. All that shit should have sunk us to nothing by now. I mean, it's so fucking bullish. And like personally, I'm getting really excited about it because I think we're heading into another little run before the proper event next year. Because that's typically what happens. I was here last time when that happened. So, yeah. But so what I'm doing this time round is like one of the guys. I don't know who it was. Yeah, I'm back in the space, growing a little TG community, a little Twitter following.
All you got to do is drop. All you got to do is drop your link. All you got to do is drop your link. Everybody here. We chilling.
Shill Queen.
Yeah.
I want to see all you boys over in my community. Like seriously,
yeah,
you're the
most
people
definitely.
that I want in, and I tell you why. Because it's been my passion since I first discovered Web3 and DeFi. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But I hated the fucking shit and the scamminess and just the pump and dumps and everything else that goes with it. So I created my first community, which is long gone. This is the second one, with the idea of creating a space where people could come together. The good people, because there's lots of good people in DeFi. There's lots of good people in Web3. But it's difficult for us to see each other sometimes. And it's really difficult for new people to see us and to know the difference between legit and scam. So this is why I've sat here and I've listened. I'm like, hey, you guys know what you're talking about. And like, I would really like you in my community. So please do come on over. But listen,
thank you.
I mean,
I'll definitely, if you drop your link, I'll definitely be popping right in there. Like I found that's my passion, is to stay in all the groups I can. We're gonna take our song break. We're gonna be back in about 2-3 minutes. Voice of the Degens. I'm glad to have new members. I'm happy to have new people coming in and just giving their spill, because you grow with us. Every person in here, you grow with us. That goes for the big guys like the Timmys and the Yoshis and the secret agents. I seen Yoshi so long, like you wouldn't even know. The accountant, that dude is a bad motherfucker. And I hope I can get a bleep button real soon so I could block that out, because it would have did for more dramatics. But the accountant is a motherfucker, man. And I love him. I love what he's bringing to the space. And I love what he brings to our community. We're going to go into our next topic, which will be, what is shilling and how does it work? A look at the practice of shilling and how to avoid it. We'll be back in a minute. I'm your host with the most, RickeyTru.
I'm talking
Stay safe on the break.
Think about working at Taco Bell. And I really wanted my album in sale. And I'm really winning, can't fit in that shell. They acting with Lambo. I need me more ammo. I shoot down the G like a Rambo or 12. But me and my team, we kinda G, so you ain't got the access, we gon' sell. I'm with the DJs, we tipping and flipping the scale. Till every one of us whales. We all gon' make blockchain trade. I'm in the base. How many X? I got an 80. I'm in the finesse line, checking for payment. We bought a rocket, we moved them shit straight from the page. Half of these dead space, the other half hating. Fuck it, I double your chart. I look like McGrady. Speak to crypto X daily. He advice you should pay me. I'm talking you charts, I'm talking devs. Think about working at Taco Bell. And I really wanted my album in sale.
And I'm really winning, can't fit in that shell. They acting with limbo. I need me more ammo. I shoot down the G like I'm Rambo at 12. But me and my team, we got the G, so you ain't gotta ask, cause you know we gon' sell. And they tryna rub, they cleaning the carpet. They tryna fuck, but they just be larping. You tryna 2X, I beg your pardon. I might be a well, but I got a shark fin. I wreck a G with less than he started with. 2 beans and 2 weeks, I call it the starter kit. I'm in the zone, I'm on my throne, league of my own. I don't want partnership, I just want alpha. I wanna move, one with the zoom. I work for NASA, they asking with limo. I need me more ammo. I shoot in the G, but I do it much faster. I got it. Voice of the Degens. We're gonna dive into what shilling is, how does it work, what is the practice of it, and how to avoid it if it's some bullshit. Which ties definitely into the last topic we had, where my buddy Yoshi said he pays shillers, but I bet he's paying good shillers. Is everyone a good shiller? What is shilling? What is shilling? Shilling is the art of letting someone know about a new, old, some project, scam, not a scam, project that they think people should know about. I'd like to first ask if anyone has a story about looking at a anonymous shill that you didn't take or did take and it paid out majorly.
Well, I could list 1,000 that I was shilled and didn't take.
Give us a good one. Just give us one good one. I got a list now. Everybody has something to say about this one. I just want one. We just want to know what shilling is, how it works, when you lost, when you won from shilling. Talk to us, Tim.
I mean, okay, so essentially shilling is another form of marketing. You're just acquiring eyes on a project and letting the people who are at least looking at it determine on whether or not it's something they're interested in or something they think can perform during the market conditions. So you have a number of ways, big thing.
He's just trying to get in early.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Twitter rating has been real popular. Recently, Instagram rating has been very popular. Facebook rating, Telegram rating, your favorite influencer tweets something, everybody runs over there in the community, posts on it, try and get as many likes on it, try to get your name trending. Depending on what you're doing, shilling can be effective and shilling can be not effective. Is everyone a good shiller? Absolutely not. About 99% of people who are trying to get paid to shill are really just want your money and they're not going to do anything. It's hard to find people that you can pay and actually get results from.
You need a silver tongue. You need a silver tongue.
Like Yoshi was talking about. You need to be able to talk about. Like Yoshi was talking about his Nigerian guys. They're hard to find, and if you can find them, Yoshi's lucky because he's employing and they have a steady income, so they're always going to go to Yoshi for work. People like that tend to only work for the people they know they're going to get paid for, because it's an ugly world in Web3 where they've been burned as many times as devs have been burned, where you do have the guys who work for Yoshi and go out and can actually create results for a project. And then the dev doesn't pay them. And then you have vice versa where, all right, well, maybe they worked in the previous time and you pay them, no results. They never message you back. And, that's done. That's dead. So.
Who's the bad guy if you pay or because I'm really close to the money. I don't really like giving up the money unless I have to. But if we're talking like maybe you pay him first. I don't know. Like, what's the balance in that? Who's wrong? Who's the bad guy if this shit doesn't work? Is it lay more on the customer, which is you, or the service provider, which is them?
It'll come from 2 points. 2 points.
Go ahead,
Let me
Zach.
jump in here, Timmy. Hey, Yoshi and Queen of Degens want to jump in too. What we know, Ricky, of drip and what that did for us in our crew, great. I paid people well in advance for their shilling, but I was shilled the project, this drip. I put everything into it. It took care of us. It took care of a lot of people. We're looking at money fighting in August 25th down to Miami because of it. Literally because of some shilling. But then I look at the recent stuff I've been a part of with some of the people in this room, and I didn't get nothing for it. I couldn't invest in it. I did invest in it, made $11, but whatever. It was all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know, there's things that we shill out there for because we believe in it, but then there's things that you shill because you just want to make a buck. There's a difference. So
what's the difference between? I'll put you on. No, I'm going to put you on the stand now. What's the difference between shilling and looking for exit liquidity? What is really the difference?
Well, that comes up to personal. When I shill, I don't go to groups and just put something out there. I sit there in a VC and I talk with people. I get to know people. I like to know what people are thinking, how they feel. It's important to me to know what they want. If we're not solving a problem with or providing a solution with this stuff, it's just a shit coin. You're just shilling. Are
you a hater of shitcoin? Then now I have to go there.
No, I like shitcoin.
So are you a hater? I have to ask.
No.
Are you pro shitcoin or pro utility or con either one or as they say, or, but give me your reasoning and your ideology of it if you don't mind, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I'm pro shitcoin because it's made a lot of people in this space. It's made the wrong people, I think, but a lot of people have made money on this. Now, I'm more pro utility because I want to see something taken care of. If we can't follow real world businesses, you look at the Fortune 500 companies, why are they successful? Because they know how to do business. And you put that towards a shitcoin and you can't write a white paper, you can't get some kind of utility out of it, you're just a shitcoin. You're just a shitcoin. But people make money off of shitcoin. I'm not going to take that away from those people. If that's what they want to do, they can do it. That's what this space is about.
Shitcoin's better than the scam coin.
You're right. But we all have, we have our ability. Ricky, you and I have played around. We went down that deep, dark hole, and I learned from you and a few others. There's a way to do it. Oh.
Got him.
Got him.
No, but I hear you.
We have to work together, though. If we want to keep working at this, I've been in with Timmy, and we put in. I know how Timmy runs. I know how you run. I know how a few of these other people run. Secret agent. You know, there are things that we do together as a group and as a team, but then individually we all do it a little bit different, whether we be a Degen or not. You want to make profit, you got to pull your money.
Right. And you got to get people who do pull their money and are willing to sit. I want to pause you for a second, Zach, and I want to go to Yoshi, and then I want to. I got 3 other questions. I don't mind going a little over because I know how to cut this show up and still have 2 hours. But I don't want to miss anyone's insight. You never know how this goes. Yoshi, I want to get you. I want to get Queen of Degens, and I also want to get Spring is Dead. I'm going to let Spring is Dead do the last word. She's going to get her time.
All right. We're on the topic of shilling still, right?
We went left, and that happens sometimes. And get in where you fit in, sir.
Okay. Yeah, man. About the whole shilling topic, like really having people be authentic and genuine with their message. I think that's the most important part. Like, initially I had struggles with people copying and pasting, and I'm like, I'm not going to pay you to just copy and paste. You have to, add some rhythm to your words. So, I mean, really getting some of these guys to, go the extra mile is something that, you really want them to do when it comes to shilling, because nobody's going to buy if you're copying and pasting all the time, just a template. So that's one of the biggest things I think I could add to that topic.
Sir, righteous, and that's deep. And that's actually very deep, because that's what goes on. It's not even copy paste. You got to understand. He's saying it simply like that, but for the normie out there that's listening, I want you to understand. We got bots that'll copy and paste 1,000,000 times if you ask it to. And when 1,000,000 people have access to that million pumping situation, nothing's really real with numbers anymore. So we don't want, like, everything has to be more organic. I dig that, Yoshi. Queen of Degens, I want to get you in. And then I got Spring is Dead in the account, and we're going to get on to topic 3.
Thank you for bringing me back in. This is really funny because I was in the middle of shilling my thing when you cut me off. Your music break, but fair play, this is your show. When you come over to mine, just don't be surprised if I cut you.
You in a room full of DJs.
Listen, I'm trying to get into your group, and I'm being told that I have to wait for some admin approval. So fucking hurry up and approve me, all right? So I can
man, when we live on the show, it never goes through, but we got you.
I see it all the time. I have a very genuine Telegram community. When I came back less than a couple of months ago, and there's about 40 people in it, it was dead. There's about 500 and something odd now. We've been working. I have a business partner. We've been working really hard. We're doing a lot of AMAs, doing a lot of giveaways. We've been working for nothing. We've been grinding. But now we're starting to build and things are starting to happen. And what I want to say is that, like, yeah, I'm hearing about people. Don't get me wrong. If that's your thing, then, like, rock on. That's great. But I have it all the time. People come in and just copy pastoring contact addresses and mindless shit in my group. And what I say is, like, yeah, come and share with us. Come and share with us whatever it is that you've got going on. Things good, and everything else. But just like you were saying, don't just drop something then run, because if you do, it's going to do you a lot of damage when you run into somebody like me, because I'm going to rip you to fucking shreds. We did it earlier.
I believe in. I'm a firm believer.
They turned up mob-handed. I want it. If you come into my community, I want you to talk to us like we're human beings. We're DJs, all right?
I'm a firm believer in making sure you don't have bots in your chat. That's something that goes on and it fucks up great communities. But I'll let you continue. Go ahead.
Exactly. We have a zero tolerance to bot. People come in. I had somebody managed somehow, because we had a voice chat going on. How permissions get confused. Somebody left the permission in there to add other users, and somebody added a bot, and I caught them, and like.
Gotta catch it. That's part of being in the work in this community. Now, yeah. I gotta pause you for a second, because I gotta get I have to get the accountant in for the last word. I had Spring is Dead, but I think she popped in and popped out. Maybe she has something to do. But I definitely want to get because the accountant I don't want to tell him. If you want to tell him if you can tell me that I can say what it really is, the accountant, and what I believe of you, then I'll say it, but I won't say it unless you give me permission. But the floor is yours, sir. The accountant.
Dude, you put me on the spot. I don't have a mic right now. I got like a kid in the background.
Man, so we all have kids, man. Don't tell them don't say your social on the internet. Don't let them tell your social on the internet. The accountant, though, I think he's gonna let me get it off. I think he's like Inspector Gadget. That's the most Disney way I can put it. He's like Inspector Gadget, and he's serious about it. If you on some malicious shit, I think he'll run you down. And he'll call you out. See, the thing in this space is you need to have. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I protect my people in this space, man. That's all I got.
If that's how you want to put it, that's how you want to put it. Hey, he's Inspector Gadget. Listen, the only thing you have in this space is clout, is your name, your balls or your word. Even to the mims, not just the sirs. You hear me? Like, your balls is your word. And there's people like him who are just out here to make sure that you stay on what you said you're going to do. And if you don't, or if you do anything kind of funny, he's going to call you out on it. Accountant, if you got a second, I'll let you have it. If not, I was already going into topic 3, which we'll talk about people like you, because it's the importance of mentorship and career development. And I think we're all making careers over here in Web3. Vacations may not be paid all the time, but some of them are.
What is a vacation? Remind me. I haven't had one in a while. But give me 10 minutes or so. Let me get a mic and stuff, and I'll chime in here when I get done with my around the house shit.
We're gonna get him right. I'm gonna get my man Zach Killer in here. Let him. Hey man, you got 1 minute, my man Zach. Zach. This is one of my best friends in the greater 50 territories that I know of.
What do you want, Ricky? How do we protect our people?
Yeah.
We stand by our word and we do what we say. We do what I say because that's how we do it. If I say I'm going to be down, I'm coming down. You and I go back a long ways. You know I'm a man of my word. If there's anybody in this space that knows anything about me, I would say I go back the furthest with Ricky. Now, with that being said, have we gone our separate ways? You're darn right we have. But we do our own things. You know how we protect each other? We mind our own business. All right? It's not about what they're doing. Go ahead. What's up, Ricky?
Everybody went silent, but I'm just going to jump in real quick because I've heard Zach speak a couple of times, and Zach's a very straightforward person. I appreciate a lot of what he has to say in this space. So if anyone can take my word for it as well, just go.
Yeah. I love Zach, man. Zach built that background in the back. I was saying, like, this whole setup, the way I do what I do, a lot of it is contributed to my brother. I'm gonna give him a hard time every chance I get, and I want to big him up. I had a song, because we're about to go into a song break. So all you fuckers, give me a second. But I got a song, and it's just to remember something about this space. Zach called me one time. I bullshit you not. Zach called me one time. And this song, I was making this song for a company at the time, since we're talking about shilling, because my position is soft shilling. That's actually what I do. I am able to make a song, and they say it makes something happen in your psychology about a project, and I try to pick right. I'm hit or miss, but I bat better than Barry Bonds, if you ask me. But as we go into this song break, before we get into topic 3, I'm going to play this song called God to BSC. And like I said, my man Zach called me one day. And
Yo, Ricky. Tell you about 2 beans here. So, you know when you go to a house party and you show up and it's like everybody looks at you like, who the fuck is this guy? Don't worry about it, it's cool. Like, it was well, yeah, he brought 2 cases, one in each hand. It's, you know, we don't drink any of the beer, but fucking look at, he brought something to the table.
Dead sleep, he ain't made a call yet. I think he gave up on the project. Price said 5, he said say less. But he ain't get back at Pride yet. Guess he ain't really met the guys yet. Guess he ain't really met the guys yet. Venom said 6, he said say less. But he ain't get back at Venom yet. How you launch a project with no beats? 0 tax, what about the LP? Fiber dead cap, that ain't healthy. Fair launch looking hella stealthy. You gotta call the guys to get wealthy. Limit made a call it 100X. Crypto Red just hit me with a blessing. About to teach his beats a little less. Bought the guy to BSC. Then I bought the dip from the Jeets. Stay my bag to the Max wallet. Ain't shit you can tell me. Dev sleep, he ain't made a call yet. Guess he gave up on the project. Sponge said 3, he said say less. But he ain't get back at Sponge yet. Guess he ain't really met the guys yet. Guess he ain't really met the guys yet. Shrek said 4, he said say less. But he ain't get back at Shrek yet. I'm tired of these projects with 50 holders. Bloody red candles like bloody noses. But I'm still winning if you didn't notice. Bitch, you better lock in and get focused. Bought it early so I got liquidity. I didn't even look at his utility. I be on my DJ and you killing me. Had the 5X but I take the 3. Dead sleep, he ain't made a call yet. Guess he gave up on the project.
Back at it. Voice of the Degens. Topic 3. Welcome Dark Shot in the building. Gotta shout him out. Neil freaking Diamond Hands. Hey, check it out. Me and Neil go back like he probably doesn't even remember it. So I think if I'm not mistaken, me and Neil go back like damn near 24 to 30 months. I'm not gonna put him on the spot. I could put him on the spot, but I'm not gonna put him on the spot. Diamond dick guy, you know. If you know, you know. Zach wanted to say pause so bad, I got him. Welcome back. Topic 3, the importance of mentorship in career development. And when I talk about career, everything in the world to me is Web3 and it's going there whether you like it or not. The fact that we all step up to listen in on what's going on in the world while we're sitting in a world happening and they're having a whole different outlook. 2 years ago, we were talking about fucking OVR and augmented reality versus virtual reality. Apple says they're not going to have glasses in 10 years. I mean, they're not going to have phones in 10 years. They're going to have something else. But we all knew it was glasses. And so we tell each other. And we all follow different people. Truth be told, I might have gotten a DeFi, I don't know, anywhere from between 24 and 36, maybe 48 months. I don't know. DeFi, not trading, doing the shit, I was doing the shit. But DeFi, I feel like it's been like 3-4 years, right? I might be wrong. Maybe it's so fast. But that's really what I like that's how I look at it. I really feel like it's more like 2 years. The way I worked my system comes from how I got into a system. I went from looking at Fed token on, I think, Gate.io to clicking they shit and they bringing me to Telegram. I wasn't even on Telegram. So I know it wasn't too, like, that's the crazy part. I wasn't on Telegram. I wasn't on Discord. I wasn't on none of that shit. I didn't know nothing about it. I knew nothing about the game that I really thought that I knew because I was a trader. This is what I do. I can sit on, I'm not finna tell because that's giving too much information, man. Like, damn, I gotta have a fighting chance one day. But I we all did our shit, right? We all did our shit. We got our bread up. We took care of our families. We bought things that we wanted to buy, and we didn't need no help from nobody. That's that era, right? Okay. If I would have never left Feg, I would have been telling you right now, like, man, well, I might have burned the money a long time ago, but I'm still accumulating. Nah, that's not what's going on. I had to get deep into DeFi. And I'm running to guys like, I don't even remember the first group that I really got into. I do. It was a guy named Smoke. He had invited me to an insider group. And then they just fucking blew my mind. I met Venom. That's like, yo, this is a dope journey. These are people that I hear people talk bad about some of these people, and I be like, man, you can't tell me shit. They taught me everything. They taught me everything I needed to know in this space. Which led me to telling other people who were in the same position as me, like the Zacks of the world, who he was helping me help someone, but I was helping him understand, go deeper into the hole. He talks about that, the rabbit hole. Man, it's not even a gopher hole. It's a full-on dog hole all through the earth. And I told him, like, man, it work at a different time. You're gonna lose, but when you win, you're gonna win. And we learned how to win. We learned how to lose, but we did it. He might have got, like, I don't know, man. I might have disappeared. Rick Stoner was a big, he was in my head. Like, and now I know I'm in his head. This is my guy. And we have our spats because we fight about things that we have no control over, like the market. We really don't have control over it until the Jeets say, nah, we're not fucking with it no more. Then we could probably control the market. And we don't, and we be wishing on a star. Right? But this is what's going on. Like, but we're learning. I learned so much from Rick Stoner. But Bone just popped in here. I met Bone in real life. I learned so much. Just look at this dude. He didn't say nothing but two words.
The man, the myth, the legend, Bone Funkenstein. Welcome to the stage. Raise your hand.
That's all he said. He said, how you doing? That's all he said to me. But I looked at it, I said, oh, man, we are in the right shit. It would bring the craziest people together who really got good intentions, good integrity. And even if they didn't, man, I tell people all the time, I'm a do-gooder. So even if I'm winning in a space, I welcome my competition in. That's probably I started the podcast off with that I fucking talk too much. So I give everything that I ever acquire in my head. I can't keep it in my head to myself. So I'll give it to everyone, right? That'll get you in rooms sometimes where you're important in a way because some of them don't want to have to do that kind of work. If I really wanted to know where the market was going right now, I'd ask Bone. Bone, talk to me. The accountant, I'm bringing you up, brother. I remember you said you had to get away for a second. Come on, brother. Come on up. I got Bone up here.
I've been in
voice of the
Florida
DJs.
for a hot moment. I got certified in 3 certifications. I'm the top of the cream of the crop now. So I'm back. How's everybody doing?
Man, it's nothing but love, brother, man. I'm happy to see you when I see you, man. You don't understand, because life is still life. Even if we're in crypto, life is still life. Meaning,
Right.
when you meet somebody who's your OG, you put some respect on it and you learn everything you can. That's the problem with the youngster today. They don't want to learn from the OGs. Bone is an OG. Talk to him, Bone.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know about OG, but I've been around for a while, and you know, I gravitate towards good people. And RickeyTru, you're at the top of that, man. You and Zach, Crypto Chick, even Stoner, man. Where's he at?
He didn't pop in today. He sent me a message. I was live, but he's gonna listen to this. I'm gonna tell him. He told me I don't know if I can contribute to those topics. I said that was true Rick Stoner fashion. I didn't send it to him yet, but I am.
No, but let's go back to your topic 3, mentorship. Right now, I can say Happy Father's Day to the two of the best men I've met in this space. One's RickeyTru and one's Bone Funkenstein. All right. Now, these guys have been out there every couple months. I check in with Ricky during the gopher hole, the honey badger hole. You go down this, I'm like, what is going on? He's like, y'all just need, and then he give me this explanation that I can't explain to you because only the way that Ricky can. And then I can check it with Bone. And then I can ask Bone, and he's so damn smart, he can give me these things that I still don't understand what he's saying half the time. But the thing is, when you're looking at mentorship, whether they be the same age or older or younger, there's some kids in this space that know way more than I do. And I look at those guys, I look at these guys, the ones who I've been around. Now, Ricky, Bone, Crypto Chick, and I, and a couple others, we all met in person. And it was one of those things like, do we really know what was going on? Not until we had a couple cocktails. Not until we had a couple cocktails, right? And to sit down and understand each other and like, look, they're still my mentors. I still go to Ricky for advice. I still go to Bone for advice. They are the guys who've been around, who've been there before me. I respect that because they've been through it. They each have their own space, their own way of doing things, but that's part of you as a human, is to learn what it is that you have to offer and what you have to take in from what you can learn from your mentors. If you can't learn from a mentor and you think you know everything, you're already losing.
Well, that's the top thing about mentorship, is that a good mentor will always tell you that they're always being mentored and learning and always acquiring new information and processing that information to come to a reasonable outcome, right? So so one of the biggest things that kills people is ego. You got to let your ego go, you know, and that includes your feelings. So you got to reduce everything down to one feeling and don't let anybody penetrate that. It doesn't mean to be hard or cold or anything else like that. You've always got to look out for the other guy, girl, whatever. But it does mean that you got to control your emotions. And a lot of traders, a lot of people that get into this space don't know how to control their emotions. The first way you master yourself is mastering your emotions. And always be that guy that wants to learn. When I say guy, I'm plural. You know, I mean everybody. I'm from Texas, so I could talk like that.
Nah, everything's bigger in Texas. All my exes live in Texas. Hey, kick that shit to us, accountant.
I agree with everything. I'm learning every day still. You know, like it's anything people learn from me, that's great. But I don't feel like I'm above it at all. It's like, if you want to learn, great. I'm happy to teach you, but I'm still learning myself. You know, and I've been doing this. I bought Dogecoin in late 2014. That's how long I've been doing this crap. So,
Sheesh.
yeah, I'm one of those idiots.
What's your
Man, it's almost a
What's your
decade.
mission? I
didn't
have to
realize
ask you, accountant. What's your mission in this shit?
to actually make some money instead of losing it all.
The overall mission, but you know you make money, and you know, like I mean, and then we get ugly.
like-
I feel it. Oh, trust me, I feel it. Timmy,
No,
oh, go ahead. My
I
bad.
think
My bad.
it's like a gamble.
Well, can I
It's
say
almost like a
something to
gamble
that,
with
accountant?
honesty too. If I make sure people us at the same time, I don't know.
Can I say something to that, accountant? And I'm just speaking out of love here, man. Get money out of your head. Get it out of your head. Don't let it live rent-free in your head. Think about wealth. Wealth comes in many forms, but wealth is your goal. Wealth is that thing that lets you help other people. You know what I mean? Whether you have $5 or $5 billion, wealth is what needs to live rent-free in your mind, not money. Money is just a balance sheet, right? Wealth is an attitude. So, and here's another thing too. There's wealth and joy. And joy is the only human currency we have. You generate it. You generate the joy around you. And I guarantee you that wealth, what we call love, right, will be the balance sheet of your life. The pluses and the minus. Where are you at with that? You know, and it's like you deal when you deal with people, you're always bringing joy to the room, and just making everybody feel more important than you are. You know, and money will be a secondary. It'll just start flowing in. When I got into crypto, I bought 3 homes with the money I made. Fixed them up, flipped them, and I'm way in the positive on the money side. But the wealth of friends that I made, I can't. That's worth more than the houses that I flipped. You know. Anyways, I'm done.
Nah, I dig it.
It's good.
I laid the officiating rank. Now it's the accountant and secret agent Q. Oh man, I can't wait for this one.
Oh, it's finally speaking. We're gonna hear the machines in the background. Hold on.
Oh, shush you. Yeah, no, Ricky, I just had to say that. Like, I've only heard Bone for literally this VC, and I can immediately see why you choose him as a mentor in this space. Just the way that he talks is that he's not, he's humble, and he is willing to explain it in a way that doesn't reduce you as a person not knowing that information. I love him already. I can't wait to hear him next time.
Bone is a deep dude. I met him IRL, and I just tell you this. He just told you he's from Texas. He'll shoot your ass. So stay off his property. Stay away from him. Don't play with him. You figure it out. That's your thing. But he's ready for you, and he looks like it. He carries it on his shoulders.
You got a habit of bringing good people in here, though. I'm gonna second that. You know.
But as we saying that, because Secret Agent Q, if he give me permission, I tell, hey, Secret Agent Q, he's a diabolical motherfucker, man. You might think you got one over on him. He do not play that shit. I ain't gonna say that Secret Agent Q. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's the best way I could do it. But I know him and accountant together. Come correct or don't come at all.
Well, that's facts.
Well, I guess I appreciate their reputation, but
That's how words spread through the community. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the dopest shit about this shit. It's just dope to have good minds. It's just dope to have good minds around, man. The accountant, I didn't know he was that, but he was that because of somebody who I respect in the space, who I look. Everyone's a mentor in this space because it's so new. It's not older than us. Is it older than us? Someone like Bones, someone want to answer that question before I take the music break? Is this space of Web3 older than us? And by how much or by how little? Nobody got an answer for that?
No, dude, it's not older than us. Like, honestly, dude, this space in the last 12 to 18 months of really digging in and learning everything you possibly can about it. Every new person you meet has a different fractured ideology regarding this space. And the mentality of the individuals here versus institutional funds versus basically scammers in the space. Everybody has a different ideal of where this space is and where it should go. And it's changed so rapidly. Like, anybody who comes into these sorts of VCs or whatever, if you come in with a ideology that you're not willing to consistently review and change regularly, you're going to be left behind, because the ideas of what we all saw of 2021 versus now in the middle of 2023, I personally have changed my viewpoint upon this world at least 8, if not more times, of where we stand versus where we are legally, morally, ethically, strategically even. It just keeps changing, man. There's no one right viewpoint, and there's no one wrong, like straight wrong viewpoint, honestly.
Facts. I check it. I'm gonna bust this topic. We're going into topic 4. Finding respect and acceptance in Web3. We're running a little behind, but we're gonna chop that up the right way. Let's get a music break. I've been really digging the music. I told everybody, man, make sure that you tell your people, man, who got that music, man, send us the music. They want to get played somewhere, they want to be heard, we got it for them. Voice of the Degens. I'm your host, RickeyTru.
Try to give them alpha, they didn't want to hear it. They was fading. Try to give them something they might want to hear. They was hating. Scammer, they're still forking baked beans. No flavor. And I'm the voice of the Degens, so I'ma be a savior. Cause I got that alpha. I got that alpha. I don't care nothing about the 10x. I don't care nothing about the 100x. Cause I got that alpha. Yeah, I got that alpha. Yeah, it's cool to get 1,000x. But get some good alpha, you could go to bed. There ain't a honey pot, boy, that's a beehive. You be losing in this game, and I see why. It's 3 a.m., man, you know that the G-time. And you don't blind, they been got rugged 3 times. Got wrecked 3 times. I been on the scanner and I done kicked 3 times. I'm in the Alpha Labs. Catch a good play and then I pad my bags. We don't like skims, we like bangers. Wash the G out and then put them on a hanger. Green candles higher than an R&B singer. G's got wrecked, oh, that's a stinger. Cause we got that alpha. We got that alpha. Yeah, we got that alpha. Yeah, we got that alpha. And we don't care nothing about the 2X. And we don't care nothing about the 5X. We got that alpha. We got that alpha. Yeah, we got that alpha. Yeah, we got that alpha. Yeah, it's cool to get 1,000x. But get some good alpha, you could go to bed. I'm in the Alpha Labs where I get my Alpha Max. Try hella bullish and it's no tax. I grab the big bag, but you already know that. I keep it in a burner wallet, I don't show that. And that there is Alpha. Community Alpha. And we ain't got to sell for a 3X. Diamond hands only no BS. Scammer Dev still forking baked beans, and honestly, I just wanna see less. So I went to Alpha Labs. I went and got a bag. Cause I got that alpha. Yeah, I got that alpha. I got that alpha. Yeah, I got that alpha. And I don't care nothing about the 10X. I don't care nothing about the 100X. Cause I got that alpha. Yeah, I got that alpha. Yeah, it's cool to get 1,000X. But get some good alpha, you could go to bed. You know? Just hanging in the alpha lab. Tryna catch a good play. You know. Scammer devs every day. You know. Get you some good alpha in your life. That's probably what you got y'all tired of. Being out of shape.
Alright, we back. Topic 4. Finding respect and acceptance in Web3. I feel like this whole topic is based on everything we've talked about thus far in this episode. Finding respect, finding acceptance, finding those people who look up to you as well as those people that you look up to. We all come from like different walks. I mean, you can tell by the accents. Queen of Degens, I gotta ask where you from. I'm gonna get you in here. And welcome. Not only that, and Nelson, welcome up, sir. You know LFG, I can't believe he ain't saying nothing all night. Hey, listen, but I've been watching you, brother. Straight up. And the beauty in Web3 is that age don't matter. It's the knowledge. Who can acquire it the fastest and retain it the fastest. So I'll go into topic 4, finding respect and acceptance in Web3. How I found respect. Man, I think for maybe 180 days straight for sure, I was in every VC, every TG, every Discord, every Twitter space for at least 100. I'm saying 180 days. I believe that to be true. 180 days. How you doing, Adam? 180 days. And nothing but DeFi. Because once I found DeFi, I wasn't concerned about gate IOs and the Q coins, and I was more concerned with the pink cells and the poo coins. Right? Everything switched up. How you doing, Rig? In the building? Oh man, it's all love. One of my good friends out of here, man, Rig. You care to weigh in on the topic of finding respect and acceptance in Web3. Your story's a little unique. I happen to know you. Your story's a little unique, but you're the guy who let me know that post-chain was going to be something, and we don't care about a bottom. We don't care about none of that because we already established in this episode that you have, as Timmy said, you have to execute. And you guys have executed over there, and you knew something early, and maybe you can talk about how you feel that respect and acceptance, how you got it in Web3, and maybe even give a little shout at what John Walter might be up to. If y'all don't know, you don't. If you know, you know. Talk to me, Riggy.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to put it in my hand. Hey, yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, dude, it's I mean, man, honestly, it sucks because it takes usually for most people getting wrecked in the space a couple times. Honestly, even though we're here right now, and if you're not buying these bottoms, the opportunity is so massive. I was buying Bitcoin at $8, right? And I still fumbled a bag. So if you don't think you can fuck this up, believe me, you can. And usually it takes getting wrecked and getting through. Usually you don't make your money till the second cycle. And honestly, the space itself with social media and the way that it's grown and the way that, you know, most people are just living and chasing a buck. They're willing to lie to your face because they're hiding behind a TV screen. You know, I doxed everything. You know, I'm doxed. You're clearly right there. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are afraid to show their faces. So I mean, that keeps people out, but it also wakes you up to what real people are, and you can see through the bullshit whenever your people are going through a bear market and they still show up. That's when you know that you're starting to build a massive community, you know, and because you need that foundation. Without a foundation and without a community, you don't have anything. You can have a token that cures cancer, but it's irrelevant because you have no one to buy it. It's pointless. So at the end of the day, it's all about building that respect in the space. You have to get wrecked. You have to give people the benefit of the doubt. They have to screw you over. Then you just have to cut it out and just make your circle smaller. You know? But
How
eventually,
does that grow over time? What's the
that's
snow?
it.
How does that? What are the
The snowball effect.
logistics of the snowball effect in that?
Boom. Yeah, it's a snowball effect, right? Because when you're looking at TA or anything that's done, especially whenever on any type of speculative asset, everything's ran by what the masses are going to do. And what all these algorithms and all these bots, what they do is they actually do what they actually predict what the masses are going to do before they even do it. Or they shake them out of their positions. Right now, the biggest VCs want you to sell. The guys in Dubai want you to sell. The guys that are million and billion, they all want you to fucking sell right now. The government wants you to sell right now. They do not want us to have financial independence. Why would BlackRock be coming in with $11 trillion with 153,000 in Bitcoin that they haven't been talking about and been accumulating this whole time?
I saw it. That's a fact.
So, I mean, and yes, okay, and even you can't stop crypto, right? It's completely decentralized. There's always a way, VPN, whatever. You know, if you lose the freedom to transact, you lose the freedom of speech. We lose being able to get on this platform. If we cannot transact, that's why Bitcoin and that's why these assets, because they freely transact and they're backed by actual real dollars within a community. That's because money itself is it's actually based off what people believe money is, right? So if you have a community of people that go off and they're running businesses or they're making money in crypto through a tribalistic effect, through tribalism, right? You build a strong tribe. Those people that go off and make money, they take that money and they put it right back into the ecosystem. And since you don't need a lot of money to make a lot of gains in crypto because the assets are already leveraged, like look at Bitcoin. You put $1 into Bitcoin, it raises the market cap by $20. You put $1 into Hex, it raises the market cap up by $1,000, right? So, but it also, of course, it's extremely volatile down. But would you rather want to be in an asset that's literally on 1,000x leverage? You know, Bitcoin can maybe do a 3x. You know, you're at least going to get a 10x out of these illiquid assets that
I
are
asked earlier
smaller.
this season, did anybody know if anyone who got a future in at 16 that's probably leveraged at about 14 or 13? Did anybody find anything like that? I put a what do they call that? A ransom. I put a ransom for those numbers. I really wanted those numbers. I had an accountant put his
Still might
hand up
see it.
as well.
Hey man, I
I had an
appreciate.
accountant put
I
his hand up
appreciate you
as
letting me
well.
chat, bro. Take good,
No,
man.
no, do
Thanks,
your
man.
shit, Riggs. Stay up here. I just want to see how you and the accountant bounce off of each other. The
I
accountant
was
you had
actually,
brought up. So we were talking about finding respect and acceptance in this space. You know how it goes over here. It might go all the
and
way left. I just want to let you get yours off the accountant.
yeah, I was just going to speak in respect, in accordance with, my kids are around here, in accordance with what Rick was talking about, is respect. It was actually in accordance with a token that he launched a while back. He actually refunded me. Didn't even know me. Just like, oh yeah, how much you lose? Here's money. Like, and it was through secret agents randomly.
Sheesh.
He earned my respect just because of that, because he wasn't just like every other dad, just like, all right, well, see you later. I'm closing up shop. Get what you can get. Bye. You know, and so that's respect right there, just out of the blue. He could have just done nothing and dipped out.
Appreciate that, man. I do.
I did a song. I did a song for him. I don't even remember the details. I just remember he was so smooth about whatever was going on that it was all good, and I felt everything. And he held his word on everything he told me. And I don't expect much out this market. I expect to meet good people. I really believe that the same way me and Bone and me and Zach we're able to like IRL on some cool code shit, like I think the world, like I expect to live another 20, 30, 40 years, you know, like I'm going to see those people. And I don't really care to see the scammers. I want to see the guys who, man, like you said, who's around in the bear. You know, that's the type of vibes I'm on. So as I meet more as I meet more people here, I just know that we were talking earlier, I think Queen of Degens said something like the market's, it's inevitable it's gonna go up. So if it's gonna go up, fuck it, I'm gonna ride it out even in the bear. And one day it's gonna go up. Guess what? The same way the stock market worked, it was a whole bunch of people who took losses. It was a whole bunch of people who didn't know what was going on the first round, second round, third round, fourth. They fucked it all the way up into the 8th, 9th round, and it was like, oh, I know how this all works now. I can do it this way. I got a special guest. Sponge in the building. Sponge, give me insight, man. Yeah, that's deep. Sponge is in the building.
I was just
Sponge,
chatting with you.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
how you doing, brother?
Good. Happy Father's Day, everybody. It's a great fucking day.
To everybody, yes,
Episode of the
facts,
Voice of the
facts.
Degens going.
Appreciate it, dude. I was just gonna, before Sponge jumps on, I was gonna speak on respect to Q real quick before, like, on the whole respect topic. Man, him and I, man, 12 hours across the world, we have built respect over almost 2 years. You know, like, talk about respect. We've trusted each other, just not even knowing each other face to face, and built it through the crypto world. And so
I call it the
respect that.
Web 3. I call it the Web 3. It's the Web 3. It's the web. It's a cubed web. I know spiders that make webs. I ain't never seen one make a box. And this is what that is.
That's what it's all about, man. It's borderless communication mixed with borderless transactions, and that's when you meet the best people, man. It takes time, but that's exactly what we're onto because everyone's glued to their phone, dude. Crypto can only go one direction.
Well, yeah, man. They keep all my music on here now, and maybe get rid of my fucking iPad. So I'm old school.
Sponge is
Stuck on
in
the
here.
phone.
Hey, Sponge, I wanted to get your ideology of how people find respect and acceptance in Web 3. Give me my last words on it.
So just so I can answer it like 100% clearly, are you saying like how people like what the like average trend is for how people like try to get
Why
respect?
was Prod who Prod was? Why is John Walter who John Walter is? How do they find respect and acceptance? How is Sponge who Sponge is? It like, how did you find your respect and acceptance in this space?
It's very, very simple, and it stems down from your math homework. So I don't know. I bet if you were doing your math homework in elementary school, you remember where the teacher would ask you the question, but it also says show your work. When you can actually show your work and actually show what you've actually put into this space, and it's not just talk, and it's actual work, that's when you get respect. And
It's a million shillers that's still in your sauce and then they saying they him and all that. How do you really show them the work? How do you take it a step further to get Pat to step over them? We talked about that earlier. You missed that part, but it's all good.
What was the question again?
How do you get your like a guy like you, like you keep stepping, you showing the work, but the shillers, some of them, the scammers, all of them, they steal people's work. They see you say it to somebody, they steal that, they work that, but they're not you. How do you stand out in the crowd?
Well, to comment on that first, all I gotta say is imitation is always flattery, and honestly, to stand out of the crowd, I don't know. I guess the magician really never reveals his secrets, or his tricks. So I can't giving out the soft end, but you know, certain people that are around me, they definitely get the tips. So you know, they so I definitely fill in certain people on what to do, but that type of knowledge and gift is only you know, available for certain people that deserve it.
Sponge puts in that work though, man. Like I work on an oil rig, right? Put 12 hours a day in out there. This motherfucker is always here, always putting in the work. And he's like, he's 22 or 20. I don't know. I'm pissed off that he's even, dude, anyone that's in their 20s right now and has this type of opportunity, don't fuck it up.
You're so winning. I'm so envious.
Just don't fuck it up, Sponge. Right. So, and Sponge himself he's super fucking intelligent. Whenever I'll bring up a comment about something, that motherfucker will go do some research about it and come back and know more about it than me. So Sponge is a highly, highly intelligent individual. So yeah, man, we got a great group of people. We got a great group of people here. Secret.
You know what we played? You know what we played to start the show off?
I agree. He's in a brilliant.
Yo, did you
gotta know what we played?
Play President Gunna?
We played that Back at It.
Smoking that Scotty is starting to smoke like a crack addict.
Crack at it. Hey man, Sponge, you care to give any selfless promotion before we go to the next topic? Which you gonna be able to jump right in? And Secret Agent Q's got his hand up. I'm bringing him in. You know, we at the end of the episode, so I'm just unmuting and doing my thing. Did you want to give a shameless promotion for what you do, sir?
Everybody go check out Pulse Mooner. Pulse Mooner is going to be the next best thing on Pulse Chain. Ignore all the other dog shit that everyone's throwing at your face. The only thing that matters is what can actually perform well and stay there. And the team behind Pulse Mooner is actually dedicated. They actually have backing. They actually have support. They're actually, you know, smart people. They're not just shitcoiners. They're not just grifters. They're not just losers. These are all important factors. You don't want losers, stupid grifters as your devs. And a lot of devs are stupid, poor, and grifting. So
100%.
Tread water.
I got a big bag over there too. Donate hard. Throw $100 over there, dude. $100 if it gets back to all-time high, that's 20x.
Also, shout out to who I believe is going to be the largest duo influencers in this space, B Roots and Ian Heitch. All the support they've been putting towards this community. As a community member myself as well, it's outstanding to see other players that are, you know, actually putting in work and, you know, not just it's not promotion, it's actually just, you know, dedication and support. So when it's real,
Sponge,
you can feel
drop their links. Drop their links in one of the comments.
My life is awesome.
Page.
He helped. Him and B Roots did a teleconference, like a call like a few days ago. And yeah, B Roots fucking killed it. He's smart, man. He was almost a pro wrestler or some shit. He talked a little bit about his story and shit. All right, I'm gonna pop up, fellas. Hey, man,
that's dope. That's dope.
Thanks for letting me jump in, man. Y'all guys be good, man. I'll holler at y'all soon.
Out of respect for my man Sponge, Sponge, I swear to God, I thought I downloaded this Yeet. I know I downloaded the Yeet. Why did the Yeet pop?
Can we play Born Rich by Gunna? Can we end it?
I got Back at It and Back to the Moon. That's what I got. I didn't go the whole route. You got a choice though.
Back at It.
Back at it. All right, we're about to hit this break real quick. We're going to be right back. We're going to talk about how to overcome creative block. Like I said, we were running a few minutes late, but hey, it's a real player in this bitch tonight. I'm your host with the Emin effing most, RickeyTru.
That's us, that's not. I scan them off from my suspect. They ask how much money I made a lot. They never ask how much I save a lot. You gotta watch out for these cameras cause they hot. You can get them out your lungs like blowing up the spot. What's that? A honey pot. Heisenberg red dye headshot. He looking like the newest bullish dev on the block. And you can save a lot of time and money with the bot. And I bought the token, knew it wouldn't drop. And I know it's moving and it won't stop. What they say, they say a lot. They ask, is that safe? Well, I scan on suspects. They ask how much money I made a lot. They never ask how much I save a lot.
Ooh. Voice of the Degens. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. We're still doing our damn thing. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. A lot of new faces, not new places. Azam, he's popping in and out. He's trying to get his mic right. Got Zay Killer in the building, Queen of Degens, Yoshi, you know. Nelson, Adam popped in, shit. Secret Agent Q done popped in, you know, Sponge is in this mother. Timmy was here earlier. It's just looking real lovely out here. So what I want to talk about really, really quick is how to overcome creative block. Anybody having that, trying to shake that edge, is like trying to have that new idea, the new thing that may work for what we got going on in this space? I think I'm seeing everything I saw back in what era was that? The bull run, but like the ratio was like 110 or 10-1, whatever it is. Like it's just so much smaller, but it's compact. It's still like 90% of the time, shit just doesn't. They're doing the same shit and it's just not gonna work the same. How to overcome the creative block. You know who I want to bring up to talk about that is Zach, if he's available. Cause he's a creative motherfucker, right? And I watched him. He talked about drip earlier, and I'll speak on drip. Drip was a hell of a concept. I dare someone find something that was better than drip when it comes to whatever the technical term for what drip was doing. I dare somebody find somebody who was more successful at it than drip. And I really mean that. And then I think about it, like, Zach probably thinks the same way. He's probably like, yo, like, I think drip's like, I don't know, fucking a quarter now, maybe 50 cents, somewhere right. To think about all the money you put in, but the money was flowing. Understand that part of the community, you know what I'm saying? Commentator. The commentary, right? Add that into the equation. Yeah, the market is booming and you're putting the money in, but now you're looking at it, it's like 25, 50, it's somewhere in between there. It might even be cheaper than that. I don't know. I would accumulate if I got beans sitting up, which I got a play coming up soon. So all you cats who invested into the Voice of the Degens token, just be looking for something crazy because something's coming in. I just got word on it about 30 minutes before this episode. Life's crazy like that. I like to reinvent the wheel. That's the only way to win in this space, man. Right now, reinvent the wheel and be famous for it or be known for it. Fuck fame. Be known for it as the space grows. Again, because it's going to grow again. That's the term we need to use. It's going to grow again. So invest into new thought. Like, what's the next way? Here goes some crazy shit for you. I'll give you a crazy thought. Somebody like Bone might go really do this. Write a book that's a comedy book that tells jokes about everything Web3, only speaking in Web3 language for sale somewhere. You can do it in less than an hour. It's gonna be, listen, you can't have a creative block with Chat GPT in existence. That's how you overcome it when I really, really think about it. How do you overcome like a creative block? It's like the flea in the jar. Google only lets you go so far. And I know Secret Agent might have something to say about this, but even though Chat GPT may be stuck in 2021 or 2020, whenever it is, it's not current. But we talked about it last week where it's moving so fast that they'll be up to date and they'll try to get into the future within the next 12 to 24 months. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, but no. Like, ChatGPT is making some pretty big leaps and bounds pretty much every day of the week at the moment, and will continue to do so. But I don't think we're going to see a knowledge base increase probably for the next 6-12 months still again, just because they probably have to find time to verify, or they want to give the databases time to verify the information before they bring forward the cutoffs, just so that it weeds out a lot of the nonsensical, super niche conspiracy kind of articles on their own through peer reviews online. But I'm more willing to talk about being able to bust creative roadblock in more general terms, because GPT is one tool that you can now use to drive yourself through a creative block. But in terms of existing methods of getting through a creative roadblock, because from a game design perspective, you do happen to have a lot of times where you will hit a brick wall on what you want to do with your artwork next. One of the techniques that I have gotten a hold of while researching game design theory is, it's just a matter of whatever you're trying to focus on, go back and try and find inspiration in people who've done it all before you, and just re-revise their books and their learnings. And sometimes you'll find a new angle on what you want to do just by reading what the experts have already done themselves and what they've done to overcome their own roadblocks.
And honestly, that's if I can chime into that, that's just a bright example of making the wheel faster instead of trying to reinvent it.
No doubt. Queen of Degens, did you really want to weigh in? You wanted to weigh in on that? Talk to us, sister.
Creativity, yeah. I'm actually a DJ as well. I can't, but you know, that's my creative outlet. And we're all creating. We're creating the infrastructure of tomorrow today, because sooner or later we're going to arrive at prime time, and the real liquidity is going to come, and we need to be ready. And it's like the Wild West right now. We all know that, right? It's gold rush. It's gold rush. And so much to be made and lost. Proof of that. Yeah. So I think it's important. We're all, and everybody, even dare I say it, the Jeeps and the real Degens that are just gambling pennies away to die. Speak for myself. Everybody's creating something.
I'm G. I'm the G. I'm the one who does it for the pennies.
Yeah, right. But there are people. But we're all contributing to build this new structure. So I believe that, and it's a beautiful thing that we're building between us as well. And we're going to have to break some things along the way. I think CZ said it best. In fact, my dad always used to say, you can't make a lovely omelette without breaking some eggs. And and that's what we see in the rugs and the scams and the honeypots and all the bullshit that goes on, and the exploits and the extra zeros and little backdoors and everything else, because we're in the process of getting ready, and it's a creative process. So yeah, I heard you talking about drip. Don't even get me started on Forex. I still have 2 ETH stuck in his fucking rake farm. Just saying.
He's either Robin Hood or hoodwinked. He's either Robin Hood or he's hoodwinked. That's what we say about Forex. I've never spoke with him. I know people who know of him, know about him. I treat him more like I treat him like McAfee, because you can't tell me nothing. It's almost like Pee Wee Herman. Like, man, I don't want to know nothing about, like, this is part of my childhood, man. I'm not gonna let you just, like, McAfee. He was the only person who cared about me back in the day and didn't want nobody, putting the fucking malware on my shit. He was a piece of shit. I don't know, but I know he protected me. He kept me safe. And I got to eat. I did get to eat off of drip, but not the common way. I had good friends like Zay Killer, who were like, "Yo, man, I found it. Like, I got the alpha. I jumped. He didn't even had the alpha. Like, he didn't get the alpha. The alpha was somewhere else."
Out of drip, I wasn't one of them because I had a big steaming fucking resentment with Forex.
Well, what the fuck can I do with the drip now? That's the problem. That's the.
But I do want to say this. I do know of something right now that's just bubbling up, and it's
Nope. Save it. Because we're going into our exit notes right after this song break. And you're going to be able to shill it to us, because that's what your specialty. You told me. I'll listen. I can't wait for you to tell me about what you got to tell me about. And that goes for everybody else here. We got about 10 more minutes till we up out of here, 10, 15 minutes. If you got to stretch your episode out, that means it was pretty dope, right? You still got people up in here and they like, man, we fucking with it. Hey, Sponge Jams is in the fucking building. Can Sponge Jams play? Man, Sponge Jams, can I hear that? I'm sorry about no. Can I get that? Can I get that? But I'm mad about that. I was sorry about that bitch, but now I'm mad about that. Can I get that, Sponge Jams? Sponge left. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, Sponge Jams will be here now. I told you we're gonna have some shit stepping up. But we about to get into our song break. It's 8:06 Central. I mean, we already 6 minutes over. But I thank everybody who's tuned in and been doing the thing with us. Please stick around. Tell us about, if you got any good sports picks, any top trending news in Web3, any quick crypto plays, and Anything you want to let off your chest at the end of the episode, man, stick around. We'll be right back. We're going to drop another fire song on you guys.
Sheesh, 2X then I G. Hoppin' ABC. Like I got theme songs for sale if you got some beans. Or that BTC. Or that Solar Crow, but I know you got some meat. Stop playing with me. Sheesh. Look what they done started. They done turned a pop star into a monster. Put my friends on, ask money about them sponsors. Last bull run, this bull run, I go harder. Web3 father. Sheesh, these lads is my daughters. I'm a real DJ from the land of the heartless. Even when the market bloody, still gon' charge you. #1 artist and I still give you bargains. Sheesh, 2X then I G. Hoppin' ABC. Like I got theme songs for sale if you got some beans. Or that BTC. Or that Solar Crow, but I know you got some meat. Run them coins like Sonic. Christmas in July. Big coins started flying. No, everything else fine. Shit coins ain't dying. Well, at least not mine. My team ain't crying. Everything's just fine. Sheesh. Some whales be lying. Sheesh. Just be pushing rugs all the time. Sheesh. If I'm on TG, then I'm in the Millie Hub or I'm off the next line. Sheesh. 2X then I G. Hoppin' ABC. Like I got things for sale if you got some beans.
For the end of the show, we got our exit notes, sports picks. I don't see my guys here for my sports picks, so I'm not even finna go into that rabbit hole unless Secret Agent Q or somebody has some crazy shit for me, or Zach talking about twins or something. Other than that, I'm not trying to hear it. Top trending news in crypto this week. Anybody got anything for us? I laid the whole floor and nobody had nothing in nothing.
Wait, no, of course I have.
Thank you, man.
I got a big mouth.
Yeah, like damn, like how would I ever have silence? What the hell?
I don't know. I don't get it. You open up the floor and no one wants to speak. Oh, well, I got something.
Look, nobody wants to speak. Well, I know now. I know Queen of Degens. She's gonna. If nobody wants to speak, I'll call your ass out. Yeah, trust me, I will.
I could come up here and talk bullshit all you like, but I got nothing for you at the moment.
Holy shit, don't you even get me started, motherfuckers. Get me started. Tonight, we're here, it's going to have a good time here. It's going to go be like a little mine.
Well, come out and enjoy this. Excavator up yours.
That's right, so the right little cooking, I'm doing.
You better look out, Ricky, because he's the only guy I know that'll fucking be able to talk all the way around the world with you.
Right.
The Gustav Turbinsky is here for you guys in your Degen place. Don't you worry. Gustav Turbinsky always takes care of his families. Huh? You hear, you Degen, your families.
You sound like Andre. Okay. Hey, Queen of DJs, tell me some crypto news. Tell me something. Something good. Something good, something bad. Just tell me something.
I can tell you something really, really funny.
Okay.
The funniest thing in the world. In fact, it's 2 words. Gary Gensler.
Fuck Gary Gensler. Can I say that legally? Can I say that legally? Legally, can I say that?
I think you can say he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
I got some alpha for you.
I can say that.
I've got some alpha for you. Come over to
Talk
mine
to me.
and you'll find out.
No, I saw the fuck. If you're gonna try to sell me fuck Gary Gensler, I was probably the first. It probably died. I don't even know what the fuck happened. But I can tell you this much: that I was the first one to promote it, and I was like, this could do something. I saw fuck the SEC and fuck Gary Gensler. I said, yeah, both of these could go. Both of these could go. But talk to me. I'm not gonna do you like that.
Just because it's been done once doesn't mean to say it can't be done again. Everything's a copy.
Righteous.
Everything's a
I've
copy of a
seen
copy
it
of
done.
a fucking copy of a copy. When we
No,
get
it's a
like,
no. It's called version 2, version 3.
Yeah, V17.
Listen, seriously, I started to get on to something earlier. We had some guys come over. I confess, I know him. I can vouch for the dev, Don Function. He's the very definition of bass. He's a good guy. He's genuine. He's doxed. He's like the whole.
I know
deal.
Don Function very well. Good man.
There you go. So you know what I'm going to say next? Strongholds Protocol. Pulse 3D on Pulse now. It's blowing up. I'm watching it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I need to get over Pulse because like they're doing stuff. They're
It's on Pulse?
Yep.
Yeah,
strong hand protocol.
Yeah, and so come over to mine. We've got a YouTube channel. There's a AMA where I'm interviewing them and talking all about it. All the links there and everything. Come over. And wait a minute. Let me in your group so I can drop my. Because I've clicked on the thing. I'm like, how do I get in this group? I can't get in. What the fuck? Which makes me really, really want to get in. I'm in too many groups as it is, but I want to get in yours because I can't get in.
Let you in? You didn't get let in yet?
No.
I thought I accepted it. Try it now.
Wait, maybe you did. I've been busy. I've got.
All good.
All over the place.
Ricky, I did send you. Here's the new one that's coming out. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Queen. It's called Fate Labs. They have something called the IVN. It's a new way of doing NFTs. Check it out. Put it out in the group and let people decide. It's something that's strong.
Did Fate actually get something up?
Okay. Go ahead, Secret Agent Q.
Oh, I was just saying to Zach, like, oh Lord, did Fate actually get something up? I'm pretty sure they were on Degens Launchpad. That was fucking ages ago.
I wasn't trying to cut him off. I was trying to go in order because Zach just gave us some alpha. I need you to drop that in the comments. You know that, Zach. Queen of Degens, I need you to drop me any information in the DM or in the comments if you feel safe in the comments. If not, just shoot it to my DM. Secret Agent Q, did you have any good plays for the week that you might want to tell me about before I get down the list? I just want to make sure I get everything out there, something to look at. They can't say that we didn't give them alpha if we gave it to them.
Oh, geez, Ricky. Sponge said it all. I'm on Pulse Mooner, and Sponge is seriously based in this space, so I wouldn't be fading that one too much.
Okay. I got. That's two on Post Mooner. They had nothing to do with each other. That's a whole different subject. The accountant. Do you have any play that you think we should be looking at this week, sir? The accountant is in this.
I'm good. I am too broke.
Nothing.
I'm too broke to play anything this week. So
he said he's not fucking with none of you fucking DJs this week.
I haven't been playing this week.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Yoshi, do you have any plays? That hold on? Accountant said, hold up, don't cut me off too soon. Okay, talk to me, accountant.
No, I'm good. I didn't mean.
Okay, my bad. Yoshi, do you have any plays for me this week?
There's some good plays coming. That's for sure. Keep an eye out for some Shiba related plays. There's a very, very big insider launch in real soon. Okay.
I like that. Yoshi gave the alpha. Be looking out for Shiba in general now because he done said something's coming over there. So watch the money. Don't let it watch you. I got LFG, man. He ain't saying nothing to me all night, man. Give me some game. You be on your shit. He told me about some bot shit, man. But that's a story for another day. You with it today? You talking to us? He is indisposed. I see Adam in here. Adam, you got anything for me? You say send me 2E. I know who that's got to be. If it's it just feels like it's somebody I know.
I don't. I've seen you around a little bit before, but
Oh
you
no,
might be thinking
okay,
of
so it
somebody
wasn't who
else.
I thought, but your headliner, that's something Wiz would write. I was like, this must be Wiz's burner account. That's my. Talk to us. I
Nah,
know
it's
you got
me.
any plays for me this week, man. Talk to me.
Not so much. Aside from a couple of them that were already mentioned, I haven't been messing with Degens in quite a while. I'm no good
Anything
at it. I get
big,
wrecked
blue chip.
constantly.
If you know XRP is gonna move this week, just talk to me. Just talk to me.
I've seen chatter that the XRP decision is going to come in a matter of days, but that's like the 10th time I've seen exactly that said by somebody who supposedly is in the know. But I don't know. I mean, I think it would be entirely possible that they send it to jury trial. Um, if there is a decision made, I think it would probably be in XRP's favor, but I don't mess with XRP. I was bullish on Algo and Filecoin, and then they plummeted when the SEC named them as securities. So I got out of those, put them in Bitcoin. Honestly, I never thought I'd hold Bitcoin. I always thought that there were other things that would have better X's, for the next bull run. But I don't know. With everything happening with the spot ETF, with China starting to open up to its citizens, something big could happen. I mean, if there's mass user adoption, that could obviously be big. What else am I in? I'm in crypto.com. Um, there's no real reason other than the fact that I feel like they haven't gotten a lot of scrutiny. They've
They're
got the
gonna weather
name,
the
like for
storm.
noobs. Yeah, for noobs who are going to be coming in on the next cycle when everything starts pumping, where are they going to go? It's right there in the name. I think they'll pick up a lot of economic energy flowing through them. So I'm holding some of that. Finance, which may be a mistake. I've had plenty of people tell me don't mess with that. That's like the pancake swap on Crow. But I got some of
I
that.
like them. I actually, yeah. I was like, damn, I remember that.
A lot of people hate them. I think most people hate them, but nobody's doing it better. Nobody's doing it bigger. I
Everybody
think they're
hates
going to be the
Pancake
go-to
Swap.
place.
It's all in what people are gonna fuck with at the end of the day, man. And people find different reasons to fuck with different things.
Yeah, I mean, if Crow starts getting another little surge or project coming out on it, I think Finance could do well. I'm hoping anyway. What else I got going on? Not a whole lot. I got a little bit of ETH. I got more Bitcoin, like I said, than I ever thought I'd hold. I went in heavy on Hex because I missed the sacrifice phases for Pulse and Pulse X, and I came in that way. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting and waiting there. Like I said, I'm not really doing a whole lot with Degens, but Riggy's projects, I'll probably be going in kind of heavy on those, waiting
I
to
like
waiting to
Ricky.
see what's going to happen. Yeah, he's a good dude, and he's got a couple of partners working with him. I don't want to speak for him too much for whatever he's got planned, but I know it's going to be big. It's going to be a whole ecosystem, like a suite of utilities that he's got. Like I said, a couple of partners that are all very well connected as well.
And that's taking a chance. And that's taking a chance on something that you know is safe when you would not even know you safe. Because you can never truly know, as they say, but it feels safe. I'm not backing that just because I want someone else to hear that and back it. That's just how I feel about it. Zay Killer, jump in there, brother.
With Rig, I'll just say everybody's seen Lethal Weapon, right? And then when I think of him, I think of Danny Glover goes, Riggs! Riggs! Where you at, Riggs? Speak to me, Riggs! Riggs! You know when he yells for him when the shit blows up and he's all drowning and all of a sudden he got to dive in the water? That's how I feel like sometimes you got to be jumping in after the fucking developer just to make sure
man.
Hey, Riggs! Come on to me, Riggs! Speak to me, Riggs!
But hey, I know he put, and that's the thing, man. It's just knowing the good people in the space, man, and just grabbing onto a fin. He may not be a whale. He might be a shark. He might have been a whale before in the past life. Our lives go so fast in this space that you never know what you're going to get at the end of the day, right? going to my last words, which is perfect. We have figured out what it feels like to be up, what it feels like to be down. We've also figured out how to control the emotions that come in between there. And then we figure it out, like Bone said earlier, like the money has nothing to do with anything, right? He's right in my eyes. He's very right. We all have this inner energy to tell us when things are right or wrong and who to listen to and who not to listen to. Because always remember, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, in this space, it's going to take a village to raise you. And that means that not only are you a liability, you have to become an asset. So the same things you fall short on, you need to give up the game on the other side of that. Because everything goes back to the camel. The men, they rode on the camel's back. And from a camel's back, they ended up going to horses. And from horses to cars. And eventually, you'll be back to a camel of some sort. That's why them Teslas look like that. It's nature. You can feel it inside of you. We all have not only that inner energy, but we have foresight. We saw the big rise, the big drop. We see the flag, could be a bear flag, could be a bull flag, but we know where the space is going. It's a long, we talked about everything today, jobs, respect, acceptance. We talked about Shilling, we talked about so much, different ideas. So we have it. We have it embedded in us. On a million different levels, everyone spoke. That means they all have their own way of doing things, even if it's the same way. All we have to do is stick around. You stick around. If you call this the bottom, then go ahead and eat on the way up. If you call this a top, invest in yourself. What if it's not? I want to thank everybody, man. Too many to name. Tune back in next week. Our season finale, week 10, Voice of the Degens. I'm your host with the most, RickeyTru. And you know how we going out. Y'all take care. See y'all next week.
We on the beat. I bet it's a classic.
Straight Degens. Degen shit only, that's all I know. I eat, sleep, and shit this.
My nigga Delta in the pots.
I'm a Degen and you know we popping out at every project. Still printing, we ain't worried about no bear mark. I just ape shit, never lay shit. Check my playlist, Voice of the Degens, but this time I'm going hard. 750 for the song is where I started. Nowadays I want 7 1/4. And nothing less than 10E for the performance. And I might cheat out on your project while I'm performing. Boy, fuck your project, fuck your CA, fuck your TA.